Hi, Deborah.
Hey, Lisa, how are you?
I'm good. I'm so excited.
Me too. How is the weather your way?
How's the weather?
Yes.
It's been crazy. It's been crazy.
Yeah.
1 hour is hot. The next hour is warm. The next hour is cool. And then
Yeah.
by 5 o'clock, when it starts getting dark, it's cold. It's
Yeah.
it's
Hey,
just
this
been
is
crazy.
Sunshine State, but we've been without sunshine for the past 3 days. But for those who are in, we want to just kind of pivot and do introductions. I am Deborah, as you heard her call my name, and you are.
I am Falisa.
Well, also, I just want to welcome everyone to our first show, the Falisa and
Yes.
Debra Show. And this is a show where we both agree that we're just going to pretty much talk about everything, right? Day to day
Everything.
life, things that are
Everything.
happening. Yes.
Everything.
Everything?
Everything. Everything.
Yes.
Everything that we think that the people need to hear, because
Right.
people need us, Deborah. They need us.
Hey, I think we need the people too. I mean,
We
these are
need the
different
people.
times, right?
The world keeps revolving, so we all need each other. I need you, you need me. That's just how it
Right.
works, whether
And we
we're
all
related
agree.
or not.
Right. We both agree this is a no judgment zone, right?
Oh, no, 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 no. No
No
judgment.
judgment zone, because
No judgment.
everybody's life is different. Everyone's path is different.
Yes,
And
ma'am.
sometimes it's just good to hear another person's perspective, right? So
Exactly.
that's what we want to give them.
And
That's
I
what we
want to
want
hear
to give them.
yours.
Well, tonight, we're gonna focus on relationships.
Let's do it.
We're gonna talk about love and what that means for you, what that means for me, what have you experienced, and I think that'll be some good conversation for tonight.
I'm ready.
You ready?
I'm
You
ready.
want to ask?
I'm
You
gonna
want to ask
follow
me a
your lead,
question?
girl.
You want to
I'm
ask
gonna
me a
follow your
question?
lead, girl.
You-
I'm gonna follow your lead.
I got
I'm
one for you. I
okay.
got one for you. You ready?
I think so.
All right. What is the most memorable romantic gesture you have ever received or given? And hey, guys, y'all can participate. Drop your comments, share yours, and we'll keep the conversation off there with Lisa.
The most. Ooh, she used the word jester. Girl, let me get my glasses. I see all kind of rings in my eyes. She used the word jester. The most romantic gesture. Where I was invited on a trip, and they just said show up and I got you. Don't even pack a bag.
Oh
But
wow!
I had to pack a bag.
Of course.
and it was something that I had never experienced before, on a yacht.
Oh, nice.
A whole weekend stay on a yacht.
The yacht
That was that.
itself speaks romance.
Yes, I'm 52 years old, and actually, Deborah, this just happened for me about a year ago.
That is
So
fairly recent.
I just experienced this. So I'm very
Oh
new with the boat thing.
wow! All right, give us
So that was the
details.
most. That was the
Details.
most. So far, that was the most that I can think of right now. You use that word jester. See, you got me with jester.
I know, and
um, yeah, that's it.
all right. Beyond the yacht, you don't want to give any more details.
It was you ever gone? You ever been on a yacht?
I have not. You
Just your husband and you, romantic.
boat ride, yes, but yacht, no, not yet,
Like, I'm not
not
gonna
yet.
say out in the middle of the ocean, but out in the deep waters, nothing but water and other boats and yachts or whatever. Um, Imagine the moonlight, the stars,
Oh
the
my
music.
god.
A live band was on this yacht
Oh wow.
just for us.
Nice.
Like I said, about a year ago, maybe 10, 11 months to a year ago, something I had never experienced, and just showed up. But I did have like a little small bag. I couldn't go with just empty handed with a purse. Um,
Right.
and had a chef. Like,
Mm-hmm.
everything was right there. You did say the most
I
romantic
did
gesture.
the most
And you
romantic.
did.
Hey, memorable too.
And you did, and it just happened. And you also said more details.
I
So
did. I did.
I'm not gonna go
Look,
into all the details, but
the
we're
gravy is
grown.
in the details.
This is a grown folks show, so we're grown. Welcome to the Deborah and Lisa show. We're gonna talk about love, life, and laughter.
Right, right. The gravy's in the
I
details.
am so excited, girl.
Me
Okay,
too.
okay.
Me too. This is exciting, right? All right, so should,
I gotta calm down. I gotta
all
calm
right,
down.
all right. So in all fairness, I got to answer the same question, right?
Answer the same question.
All right, I'm 47. So if I have to think about it, okay. First and foremost, I consider myself a simple girl. It doesn't take a whole lot for me to get all warm on the inside. You know, it don't take a
She
whole
said,
lot. So
"Don't
with
take a
that
whole
being
lot."
said, if if my guy pays attention to me and knows what I like, and like I said, it's a simple thing. So the most memorable, and I done talked to Mark about this before we bring it up, and I laugh about it, and you may laugh about it too. All right, so anybody that knows me, I'm a Dr. Pepper hawk. Me and Dr. Pepper have this love and hate relationship. Like I don't supposed to
Dr.
be drinking
Pepper.
you.
Okay,
It is
I'm
not
waiting.
the it's not the Coca Cola. It's the Dr. Pepper.
Okay,
And so like I said, me and Dr. Pepper got this love and hate relationship, right? I'm like, I don't supposed to be drinking you, but oh my God, you just you level me out when I have.
okay.
It's
Like this
almost
wine,
like
like this wine doing me.
Lisa.
Cheers.
Exactly. And so when Marcus and I first started dating, like I said, he paid attention to me. He showed
I'm gonna sit back for this.
I let me start laughing. He showed up at the house, not with a 2 liter Dr. Pepper, but with a case of Dr. Peppers and some roses.
What? Well, he got
It,
you what you no. He
yeah.
got you what you love. You said a love hate relationship. He got you what you love.
Right. He paid
I hear
attention.
you, Marcus. And
I
and and,
love
and oh wow.
it. He paid attention. And so hey, but I'm a simple girl, but not that I don't appreciate the finer things too. So I mean, but I'm not
Mm-hmm,
gonna that got me. The Dr. Pepper got me.
mm-hmm,
It
mm-hmm.
got me more so than the roses. Isn't that beautiful?
That, that's listen. That's a beautiful thing because you have a love hate relationship with Dr. Pepper, and you're not supposed to have them. So
And I
that just
told him about that. Right. So yeah,
hey,
there you have it. So guys, I would love to see we would love to see some comments coming through. What was
yeah,
the
you
most
guys,
romantic?
yeah,
Yeah, romantic gesture.
the
So Lisa,
y'all sure you pay attention to that word gesture. The
right?
most romantic gesture. Um,
And we ain't
hey
talking
guys,
about no booty smacking or no.
so we're gonna keep it very sexy, classy, lovable because we're having this conversation, this live conversation from
Right,
your home minds, from
right.
your minds, and what we're trying to do, what we're wanting to do
Uh huh.
is to reintroduce people back to love. No matter what your
Yeah.
life, married, dating, if you're single, we want to reintroduce people back to loving
Right.
themselves.
That is
So
true.
that's
That is
so
so true.
that's what this show is all about. And Deborah, I am honored to be on here with you tonight.
Oh,
Marcus,
same.
thank you so much for putting this together because this is what we need. I mean,
Right.
like order, like all genres of people of age. This is what we need because a lot of people are going through stuff, Deborah, and
Oh,
a
I
lot of
know.
people talk about love. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right. I mean, the world feels pretty empty right now to me. It just feels void of love, as you
It
were
is.
saying. And there's a lot of factors, in my opinion, that has added to that. Technology is a wonderful thing, but it's like a two-edged sword, right? It makes things easy and convenient for people, but at the same time, it has kind of pulled us away
It
from
has.
from the human element, right? The
It
human touch. And
it has.
so,
It
with
really.
that being said, got another question for you.
Come on, talk to me.
How
At,
do you, Lisa, define love? I'm gonna need you to put them eyes back in. How do you define love in your own words? What does
LOVE.
love look like to you?
Like I said last night when I did my introduction last night on YouTube. Love to me, if I make it simple with uh with the love myself and my man, my partner, whatever you want to put on it, that's that type of love that we have. That's like a grown love because every day we're getting to know each other, and
Right,
today was not like yesterday, and today
right.
might tomorrow might not be like today.
That is true.
And the way he looked at me today, like something in his eyes, I fell in love with him today.
Oh
But I could
wow.
same love now. I can take that same scenario, right, Deborah? And
Hmm.
I can go out here on the streets or to Walmart, and I can see an old lady or a person in line paying for something, and they don't have enough money or enough change to pay for it, and I can pick up that. That's a form of love to me because
Hmm.
I didn't have to do it. You know, I could
Hmm.
have let that
Hmm.
person put it back. The way I love my kids, it's an unconditional love
Right,
because
right.
they came from me and they are forever will be a part of me.
Hmm.
So love for me, I brought this just in case.
Oh yes,
I
I
brought
love
this
that.
I brought this just in case because I kind of had a feeling we was gonna be talking about love. So
Hmm.
this four-letter word right here for all the ones who are watching and chiming in. If you want to speak, you can comments, you can leave a comment, we'll respond back to you. But
Hmm.
this word right here, you see this heart, like Deborah made the heart emoji on her hand. This word right here means everything to me. Don't tell
Yes.
me you love me and you know you don't love me. That's coming from
Right.
my mother to my brothers, my kids, it can be anyone. Don't
That's
tell me
right.
you love me because it sound good. Tell me you love me because you really mean it. And that's what love,
That's right.
real love means
Right.
to me. So in the
Right.
same respect, I can ask you, what do the word love really means to Deborah?
Oh wow. That,
Like,
that that's a
I
good
mean, I
question.
mean, like, besides saying I love you because someone told you, what do this
Hmm.
word really means to you as a woman?
Well, being someone that has been married for over 15 years. Um,
Beautiful. Congratulations.
yes. Well, and let me roll back. So I've been married before, right? First marriage was like lasted 4 years. And I can speak on it now simply because it's in the past. I've learned from it, I've grown from it, and I've brought what I learned into my now relationship, 17 years. So the
Mhm.
first marriage, and no excuses, of course. I grew up in a very strict uh, Christian home. We were Kojic. After my mom passed, I think I
Okay.
was about 13, and so we lived with my grandmother, and so, um, and like I said, it was very strict. There was no dating, of course. None of that. Going to football, none of the typical teenage stuff that you do. And so, um, when I moved away from home after graduating from college, moved away from home, my whole it was still so ingrained in me, the Christianity, how I was brought up. And so the idea of you're dating someone, especially if you're intimate with someone, uh you need to be heading towards marriage. So I ended up dating this guy for about 9 months. I did not love him. I'm gonna be honest. I had
We're
actually just
we're
got
being
out of.
honest. We're being honest here.
I'm being honest. I did not love him, and you know how when you get into those new relationships, you're excited. I can say
Yeah,
I had the excitement, but you also when you may have. I'm sure you've experienced this. The butterflies,
yeah,
just hearing them
yeah,
pull up in the driveway. You get
yeah.
your hearts are all of that. I did not experience that with this guy, and there's a whole lot of reasons. I don't want to go too deep into it because
I,
I was just coming out of a very long-term relationship with my oldest daughter. Our oldest daughter. I was coming out of a very long relationship. In love, man, when you fall
yeah.
hard, and you
Oh,
thinking that after 3-4 months or whatever, I can move on with another, and I'm all that half of the other person's gone.
I,
Absolutely not. Depending on how hard you fail, it can take
it sure can
years to get
because
that person out of your system.
to get that person out of your system and to be able to trust someone again with that word love.
Absolutely.
You
Absolutely. But with that, coupled with running from their relationship, and coupled with, grandmother in the ear, you got to get married, get married. Like I said, I dated this guy for 9 months, and there was no one. I did not love him, but I married him anyway because it was the right
gotta get
thing
your,
to do.
you know
It was
how Mama Nim used to be now.
woo, it was like the right thing to do, and that can cause some things. You can run into the arms of the wrong person, because that marriage, um, as it was coming towards the end, there were some scars that came from that marriage because it was
Oh, of course.
verbal abuse.
Oh,
I had never experienced verbal abuse.
of
Um,
course.
some physical abuse, not a whole, but it was there nonetheless. And so to say, so love to me, people say love doesn't hurt, but it can.
Love does hurt.
If someone truly loves you, I get that part of it. They don't supposed to hurt you, yada yada yada. But love hurts. If you give your heart to another person, they don't treat it right.
That that love that goes down to your heart, to that bone marrow. Your heart don't have a bone, but just use your imagination. That last vessel in your heart, when you love somebody that hard, that
Yep.
much. I'm not talking about the godly love. Okay, we're gonna leave that out.
Right.
I'm talking about this man, this woman right here, right now, or whoever
Right.
you. When you love a person like that, unconditional, almost to your almost to your soul. When that person hurts you and you have been scarred, it is
Right.
so hard to trust another man, woman. You and I are talking about men. It's so hard to trust
Right.
another man.
Right.
Um, to that extent, you'll have
Yes.
your walls up, your guard up for a long time.
Long
It,
time.
and it'll make you feel some type of way.
Oh, absolutely. 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 And so that marriage ended, like I said, with after 4 years. And I wasn't in love with this guy, right?
Hmm.
Those 4 years brought about an attachment. It still wasn't love. To me, it was an attachment because you can grow accustomed to being with someone.
Yes.
And when that person is removed, I call it separation anxiety.
Okay.
I call it separation anxiety
I
because
feel
you've been with this person for years. Live with them, ate with them, slept with them, vacation with them, the whole nine or whatever. But one thing that I did, even so, just to say that marriage ended. It wasn't because I didn't love this person, because I am a committed, loyal person. Once I am with you, I will deny myself. I am known for denying myself. And so, even though I felt that way about that person, I wasn't the one that ended the marriage. It was because he started cheating. But catch this, Lisa. After once the ink dried on the divorce, and the emotions settled or whatever, I just got to thinking
uh-huh.
about, okay, Deborah, it's two people makes a relationship, right?
Hmm.
Action, reaction, interaction.
Hmm.
All that happens in a relationship, right? So what did you could have done differently in your marriage. A lot of women say, well, you know, you're the reason, if a man say, you're the reason I cheated because I stopped doing X, the woman stops doing X, Y, Z. And the women get flared up, man. That ain't no justification, no reason. But if we are
Okay.
being real, if we
Okay.
are understand that we are human and there's a reaction for every action, right?
It, it
If
is.
I went into this marriage not loving this man, don't you think over time he's gonna feel that disconnect? He's
Yeah,
gonna
because yes, he will. Because see, it is more like you're tolerating him because he's there, more
right.
so more so than loving him because you didn't falling in love with him as the years go by because you marry him, right? So,
Mm-hmm.
but the love. I'm going back to this. It this is a powerful word, Deborah.
Mm-hmm. That is.
And, and if you didn't have this,
Mm-hmm.
or if you didn't receive this for him during the duration of the marriage,
Right.
a lot of times, and you're not the only one. A lot of times we do it because it's for a reason. People get
Yeah.
married for all.
Yeah. Yep.
Everybody that get married is not
Right.
everybody. Everybody that wants to be married, they're not
That's right.
because if they were, it wouldn't be so easy when you get when the two of you get into a fight. It wouldn't be so
Right.
easy to get
Right.
that man to say, "I want a divorce."
Right.
A lot of people have this big wedding, but it's a show.
Yep.
Where is the love?
Absolutely.
So
Absolutely.
when you mention 9 months, you mentioned 9 months, right?
Right. Right.
You came from a strict home background, right?
Yep.
You got to do this, you got to do that. You can't do this, you
Yep.
can't do that.
Yep. Yep.
All of that. Once you, as they say, once you took the chain off, let the pit get loose. When you left home
Mm-hmm.
after you said after college, right? I'm listening.
Right.
And then that's when Deborah went out here in this big old world. But she had been sheltered all of her life. Deborah didn't
Yep.
get a chance to do what a lot of kids do when they're in high school. So
Nope.
when you got in this big world and met that guy, that person, and you was trying to find Deborah. And it's hard to love somebody, to give your love to somebody when you don't know where you are with you. It's hard.
That is so
It's hard.
true.
It's
Absolutely.
hard.
Absolutely.
I tell my daughter, I
Absolutely.
used to tell my daughter all the time, how can you love somebody if you don't love yourself? Do you really know what that word means to love yourself? I can be in love with my guy from the top of his head, the hair on his head, to the sole of his feet. But if I don't love Lisa,
Right.
I mean, I can't give you something.
So, and that would mean you don't even know what love looks like when it's being given to you.
Know what it look like, feel like, taste like, act like, see. I don't know nothing
Right.
because,
Right.
because I don't know me. And
Yep.
so like you were saying, you you had to go through that.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And for our viewers, because I'm seeing the numbers coming in, so I'm seeing
Yes.
coming in. I don't know
Hey,
if anybody
Missy.
commenting or not, but I see the numbers, that's coming in. So we're gonna pause right here and ask some of our viewers, do y'all chime in on what Deborah just said? Because we know it's a lot of people out there. We got a lot of young women out here.
Yes.
Y'all young girls, we need some of y'all feedback because she's been
Yeah.
married 15 years. We can sit here and talk all day, but she's been
Right.
married 15 years. I was married 23 years before I got my divorce, and I have absolutely nothing bad to say about my divorce. It's
Uh
just
huh.
it is what it ended. But could we get any feedback from some of you guys who are
Yeah. We would love some feedback. And I see my friend Missy is in here. She's saying, "Hey, ladies." So I just want to let
hi miss
how you doing? Yeah.
hi miss
Hey, we have three daughters of our own. So and then we have the two youngest ones coming up, getting ready to go out into the world. And
Mhm.
we haven't been. I haven't been out there in the date on the dating scene for a long time. I don't even know what the landscape looks like. So if I can, we can definitely get some some feedback from
I,
some of the
I've
younger
been,
generation.
well, girl, let me tell you, I've been divorced 8 years March,
Okay.
and they don't make them like they don't make them like they used to.
Oh,
My big daddy now, it happened the way it happened,
okay, Big Daddy.
and big daddy, and 4 years later, I have no complaints. I just
Nice.
take, we baking this cake every day. I just take the good and the bad and the pretty and the ugly and rock on.
Right, right. There you go. There you go. There you go. But you know what, Lisa?
But they don't make them like they used to, girl.
That's what
Woo,
that's what I'm kind of hearing.
make it, woo, they don't. All I gotta say, everybody is good. They don't make it like. So, I hear people say all the time, I just want a good man, a good woman. Can somebody please define that for me? Tell me what is a good man, a good woman?
Whew. Well, you know what? That's an easy question, but it's not easily defined. Let me tell you why.
I'm listening.
What's good for you may not be good for the next person. And I'm gonna pivot a little bit.
Go ahead.
This may be something that we may have to pick up in another show.
It's fine by me.
All right. So I told you that I came from a strict kosher Christian background, right?
Yeah.
And so my religious journey has have gone on an evolution on my religious journey as well.
Uh-huh.
All those belief systems that Christian, the religion that was instilled in me, it looks very different for me today.
Mm-hmm.
And so I believe in numerology. I believe in astrology. And so I started studying numerology. And
Okay.
so taking your date of birth, it breaks you down to a number. Everything is about frequency numbers, right?
Right.
And so it talks about what it does, it tells you who you're best mated with. Meaning, who will you vibe with the most? Who will you
I,
relate with the most? Someone who would see you as you the most. And there's absolutely, it's like this person gets you, right? And
right.
so I end up doing it with me and Marcus. I'm a one life path. Marcus is a five. And so they have it broken down into categories, right? You either a natural match, uh, I think so. Natural match, and I think there is one where you guys are kind of neutral. Then where you would have conflict if you with this type of person. So me and Marcus landed on the natural match.
Okay.
We just get each other. There's
Uh,
no question about why we just get each other, right? And so that's why I said it's hard to answer that
you showed
question.
at your doorstep for the first day with that Dr. Pepper. I guess you do.
But Lisa, I didn't answer your question.
I'm listening.
I didn't answer your question about what love looks like for me, and I'm gonna
Uh
keep it
huh.
simple. I told you I'm a simple girl.
Uh huh.
Love is love to me is being seen. If you see me, if I know that you see me, right?
Wow.
I see Deborah. I see her for who she is. I take nothing from her,
Right.
but I look to add.
All of her.
Someone who sees it, and not to keep putting my husband on the spot there, but he sees me. I don't have to. I don't have to. If you ever, I've
Use
never
your husband,
had
honey.
to ask
Use,
him.
use your husband.
I've never had to ask him, and if I've done it in a joking way, I never have to ask him, "Do you love me?" I like you were saying, the way he just looks at you,
Yeah.
and so and I can say that's the same after 17 years. But what is a good man, good woman? It really depends on the individual. It really does.
Yeah, because see, when you start to put titles with good man, good woman, this is just my personal. Okay, I may not be right. I don't know. So don't y'all judge me. Don't y'all jump on me when I say this, because I know y'all all over the world. Okay. Um, when I hear women say, "I just want a good man," and I do ask them, "What is a good man? Define a good man." Oh, I
Right,
just, I just want somebody to take me out to eat, go out of town with, and this and the third. Okay, and all that's good, but I'm 50.
right.
I'm 52. I want what I call a good man is doing the things that I can't do. Don't
Okay.
leave me, don't leave me hanging. You know, uh,
Right.
if I come to you and say, or if he come to me and say, it's simple, y'all. Ladies, listen, it's simple. If your man come to you, your man, your husband, your partner, your baby daddy, or your boo thing, or whatever he is to you, and
Mm-hmm.
if he comes to you and say, when the last time the oil been changed? When
Oh wow, you going deep. I
look
like
like
that.
look like you need some tires on your car. See, if he's not your husband, but he's your man, or if he's your sugar daddy, or if he's your big papa, your big daddy, if he's your husband, if he's your dude, your baby daddy, and if y'all been kicking it for a while, and we as women, we know we need some tires on our car. Okay, we know
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
things because the light gonna come on. Some of cars where they making cars now, the light gonna come on in the dashboard. Why
Right. Right.
do some women feel like they got to hint around to their man, that they need the oil change?
That's right. Yeah.
I mean, I don't get it. But to me, a good man, if we just got to use the word good, just a man that can do the things for me I can't do for myself.
And you don't have to ask him to do it.
No.
I
And
like that.
I've been married. I was married 23 years. I married my high school sweetheart. We was together
Oh
total.
wow.
We met when I was 14, he was 16. Um, we got married when I was 21. We um we had kids. I truly feel like when he asked me to marry him, I truly feel like he loved me.
Okay.
Really felt like he was the one for me. I can't say God sent him to me because at that time I wasn't there, so I don't know. But I truly feel like he
Mm-hmm.
waited, hung around from 14 to 21. He hung around,
Okay.
and um and we got married, had kids, traveled all over the world, and um kids grew up, left home, and we ended up getting a divorce. It happens.
Okay. Yeah.
But he was still a good man. He's not a bad man because our marriage didn't work.
Mm-hmm.
He's still a good man for somebody else. We just
Right.
grew up. We
Right.
he went this way. But
Right.
the guy that I have now, who's been in my life for 4 years now, I feel like he is a everything man. He's a
Oh
good,
wow.
he's a godly
Okay.
man. He's a very mischievous man. Um, he, let me sip some wine on it.
Okay. I'm with you.
Um, I feel like the way we met, where we met, how we met, irregardless to the age difference, um, there's a 10-year gap. I feel like he's the man that I'm supposed to be with right now. And everything and everybody come into your life for a reason and for a season.
That's
And
right.
we're on year number 4, and I feel like he is the best man for me because of where I am right now. See, from birth to 49, the night before midnight before I turned 50,
Mhm. Mhm.
all of that belongs to everybody else.
Mhm.
All of
Mhm.
that belongs to everybody else. Hi, Memphis Hoodwink.
Hey,
Welcome,
how you
Deb-
doing? We got,
welcome
and
to,
we have my sister in the house. Cortina Walters is in. She said, "Hey."
hey girl, hey, Quatina. I 50 years of my life belongs to everybody else. The next 50 belongs to me.
I hear that. I hear that. I hear that.
So
And
whether I
that's another conversation for another show, right, Lisa? Women give so much to their children and everybody else, partners, significant others,
we're
husbands.
we're gonna do this because people we need this. You know what I'm
I
saying?
agree. Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
I agree with you. I
we
agree
need it.
with you. And honestly, hey guys, if y'all got a question, we don't have, just drop it in the chat. We're more than willing to talk about it. Like I said, everything on the table here, this is a no judgment zone. We're just trying to, you know, like me and Lisa said at the beginning of the show, we just feel the world needs this right now. People need outlets,
Right?
somebody they can relate to, because life is, there's no perfect human being and there's no perfect
Not
situation.
a one, not a
And
one. Say
so
it again,
you are,
Deborah.
People
Say it
sound
again,
like they
Deborah.
got it all together,
I,
girl.
honey, let me
I'm here
tell you.
to tell you. Yes. So, Lisa, should we try one more question? We're like 35 minutes in. Should we try one more question?
Tip one said
Oh,
that
um,
everybody answered.
what
Tip
was
one
the
said I
question?
did.
I am so sorry. Here it is. This is about love and putting people back. Then I have a question. What is it that you feel like you can use? Wait a minute, is that in a relationship? I need to open that. Um, Hold on. I'm trying to get to the full question, full extent of the
Okay.
question.
We're sorry, Tip.
Yeah.
We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
Yeah, we're sorry about that.
Y'all
What is
just
it that
hanging
you
in
feel
with us.
like you can use
Y'all
just
hanging in with
in
us
a
first
relationship?
night. So y'all just bear with us.
Right. All right. So I don't know if the question was cut off, but I got the you can fill in the rest. Let me go back to the chat. Sorry. Give me just a minute.
Go ahead, baby, because I
While I'm messing around with this chat, I'm gonna throw another question out there for Felisa, and we're
yeah.
gonna get to your question. Sorry about that. Let's see. Mm, how do you navigate and resolve conflicts in a relationship?
How do
That's
you know?
kind of that's yeah, yeah.
You would like to answer it, Deborah?
I'm gonna give that one to you. I'm gonna try to get into this chat, back into this chat. You got that one, Lisa?
No.
I guess
Rep-
that was too general. That's
I'm I'm
probably too general.
I'm
Let me
looking
try
at my
another one.
I'm looking at my computer now. What was the question?
All right, all right.
What was the
How do
question?
you how do you navigate and resolve conflicts in a relationship?
Okay, first of all, let me
And I
focus on navigate. Um,
yeah.
you know, anytime you try to avoid a situation in a relationship, I always okay, this is for tip, right?
No, that's just a question that I just threw out there. I'm trying to get back to Tip's question.
Okay, well, how do I navigate? I pick my battles, okay? Because I have learned in my 23-year marriage, um, when you entertain every remark, every comment, every ugly gesture, when you start to entertain those type of things, they can escalate. Like, why you looking at me like that? Well, why you got to answer like that? Why you said it like that? So I navigate through stuff like that by choosing my battles. Now, what was the part two to that part B to that question?
Navigating conflicts in a relation, how to resolve it. How do you resolve? So you let's say a conflict does come up. It can be about
Anything.
anything. And I guess I'm gonna add on to that question. How do you
Okay.
resolve a conflict with your partner without letting your ego get in the way? Because a lot of times that's the issue.
A lot of times it is,
Mm-hmm.
but how I resolve it, I believe in try. I believe in the old fashioned thing. I'm an old fashioned girl. I try to resolve it. I try to talk it out. I try to fix it. And then you know what? This is gonna sound crazy to everybody that's listening. I have a few times just taking the blame just so it can be done, squash, finish. Let's
Mm-hmm.
move on to something else. Life is too short to be walking around here mad and fussing and bickering about nothing.
Oh.
So I mean, I it, but I don't do it all the time. And then, like, if it's something that's like constant that keeps happening, keeps resurfacing, because a lot of people, when you get into it with your spouse or the other, they don't like to let stuff go. And
Right.
speaking of astrology, things of that nature, I'm a Leo. I feel bad, but a lot of stuff I read, that is me. Oh my gosh. But I because I'm strong minded. Like, I'm very strong minded. And
Oh my gosh.
I
Our
am,
youngest.
but guess what, Deborah? I'm
What?
I'm like a lamb. I'm very humble at the same time.
Okay,
And,
I
and
get you. Our youngest daughter's a Leo. I completely get you. I didn't
I
know
be
you were
I
a
can be
Leo.
up here like beyond, and then all of a sudden, if I see it's getting out a little bit too far in the hand, like when me and Big Daddy had a little spat, I'll just shut up. I'll chill out.
Oh wow.
I'll just
Okay.
so that's
Okay.
that's what I do. That's what works for me. And when I was married, my ex, he was really quiet. He was really laid back, real humble guy. He didn't get into like excited into stuff, but when he did, you knew. You knew all of that Aquarius came out in him. You knew. But but I found myself again in the resolvement of it. Just chill out, Lisa. Just chill out.
Okay, okay. I got Tip's question
It's,
now.
it's good.
What is it that you feel you can use more of in a relationship? Did I get it right that time? Tip, what is it that you feel like you can use more of in a relationship? Oh, whew, okay. Lisa, you did just take the last question. What do I feel I can use? I'm gonna be See, we started out talking about romance. Well, what do you know? Memorable romantic gesture. For me, in mines, I could use more one-on-one time, personal time. And, if you work, you got a job, you got kids, and I'm gonna say for the woman, most of your time is, like I said, if you got an 8 to 5, you got to putting cooking, putting food on the table, you cooking, cleaning, helping the kids with the homework, running the kids around their errands, doctor visits, all of that, and then you have this little time left for yourself and personal time with your partner or your husband. Now, some women may say, well, look like you need to split some of that time up with your husband and your partner. They need to off the load, balance the load a little bit. Okay, that's easier said than done. Hey, I'm putting it out there, like I said. That's easier said than done. And some guys are just naturally get involved like that. Now our youngest is 16. She's in 11th grade. I don't. She doesn't require a whole lot of my time, but there's still so much that it takes to run a household, right? Lisa, you relate. Like you said, married for 23 years, 2 kids. So it takes a lot to run a household. And so if I could give more time, me and my husband have more time together, one on one. And to be honest, it just takes an effort. It's really just about taking the effort, making the effort to do that. So yeah, for me.
Well, I, I I don't really have anything to say to that. I don't know. I, I feel like I'm in a Price is Right moment right now. No, seriously,
Big
seriously.
bucks, no whammy.
What more? Repeat the question. What more?
Yeah, what do you feel you can have more of in a relationship? And so once again, there's like a person by person is an individualistic type of question, and it really depends on your partner and what you feel like they're not giving.
Oh Lord.
And so that's why I kind of just laid it out for me. Time, time, and both of us making the effort to have that personal time to date each other. I feel like we are missing. We've been together so long, you can take all that for granted. I think we need to start dating each other more, especially like I said, our youngest is 16. She can ready to
You
leave the
you
house, and
you you're on to something, Deborah. Keep talking. You're on to something.
so yeah, we have been together for quite some time, and we've done a lot of things over the course of our relationships, our relationship vacation, whatever. Supporting the kids, and I have seen where a lot of marriages break down or partnerships break down after the kid leave. Because
They
sometimes it's the kids that holding it together. They're the glue. So
exactly.
with our 16-year-old getting ready to leave the house, um, what we gonna do, bro?
Boy, I love the way you just put him on the spot.
Okay. Cause my husband know
Girl,
I am a
uh,
very energetic person, and if my time is not consumed, it's crazy. I'm like the opposite of people. If I am not busy doing something, my time is not being occupied, I get depressed. Some
really?
people love downtime and being able to kick back and watch a movie. If I do too much of that, I get depressed. I feel like I'm missing out on life.
Wow.
If they were throwing a party, do you want to go? I can go get us an invite. I'm that type of person. I do not. I'm a very adventurous person. I'm a Sagittarius. I mean, when I say I'm a bona fide Sagittarius, I do not like being bored. If my job, let me tell you a story, and I hate to pivot,
Go ahead. Go
but
ahead.
I have worked for this company for almost 10, 12 years. And the honest to goodness truth, the only reason I have been with that company for so long is because I've been able to move around and move about in that company, work on different teams, on different people.
Yeah.
If it gets boring for me, I deuces. I'm out. I
I,
I
I
gotta be entertained.
I do understand that. I do understand that. Wow. I just learned something about you, Deborah.
What you learn?
That you get bored easily. I didn't know that.
It's
Cause
true.
you seem like a laid back, chill type of person. So I didn't know that. I just learned something.
Yeah, Lisa, you ain't you see you haven't spent a lot of quality time with
I,
me.
I spent a lot of time with Marcus, not you. Yes.
Oh
And
yeah.
let me clear that up, y'all. Let me get close to the camera. The reason why, because hold on, because you know we lie. But the reason why I spend more time with Marcus because he was my photographer, my videographer, and that's her husband. But I want to clear that up because I don't want nobody getting on here saying, "Oh, she said she spent a lot of time with her husband." You know how people think. Look, like
Right, right, right,
somebody
right.
said right here. Yolanda Taylor said, "I'm going to get my popcorn." Well, let me grab my
Oh,
wine.
oh, that's hey, Trey, that's Miss Sarah. Hey, girl. But
Yolanda,
Tip said no scapegoating, Lisa. Now, what you mean by that, Tip? No scapegoating? Are you talking about her escaping, not answering the question, or what she just cleared up for the audience?
I had to fix that. I had to fix that.
I appreciate that. I appreciate it. But yeah, I can be pretty fun, Lisa. You can ask your laundry in there, Cortina. I'm pretty fun. You got to experience Deborah.
It's a good thing that this is live because I can't lie. A lot of we talk with our eyes, but I really thought you was just on chill mode. I didn't know that you were like that because every time
Yeah.
now Deborah, I used to almost live with y'all
Yeah.
when y'all and you were just always like, cause Sugar Mama, she didn't come up to me, warm up to me until I gave her some gum when y'all stayed in the other house. But we've been knowing each other. Like you have accepted me and your family for years. So Tip,
Right.
let me break it down, Tip. I'm gonna go back. I've been let me go back when I was married. When I was married, I've been knowing Deborah and Marcus for years. And Deborah was cooking for me. Let me put it all. And I
Been
used to
cooking for
stay
a long time. Huh?
yes, and I used to stay at your house.
Mm-hmm.
I would have a room, a hotel room. And y'all would tell me, Lisa, you ain't got to go all the way back to Memphis. You can stay over here. So
Yep.
that but I never said the first time I heard you really talk, no lie. You remember when my mom came, when her voice had changed after she had that surgery, when you was talking
Oh
to her?
yeah. Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the first time I really heard you talk.
Are you
Yeah. So for me to sit here and you're saying that you get bored easily and you like to do stuff like you're spontaneous and the reason why you with this job because it allows you to maneuver around. I ain't never know that.
Oh
I know
yeah, I got it pretty
Marcus will
bad.
pick up and go. I know
Listen, that
Marcus will
Tina
pick up and go.
said. Tina said, "Yes, she is, baby."
Well, Quatina, I'm just now.
Yeah.
Listen, y'all. This is our first night. Okay, so we're getting to know each other while we're talking and putting, this information out here for you all because we're loving the feedback because that's what this is all
Uh-huh.
about. I didn't know Deborah was like that. Deborah, you always have been quiet and kind of, to me,
But you
standoffish.
know what? And I get that. I honestly do because anybody that first meet me or whatever, because I'm not that type of person that'll just walk up to you and start holding a conversation. Not
Right.
really.
You didn't.
The other person has to break the ice.
You
And
right.
so
Yeah.
you'll look at me, you be like, oh, she's so reserved and to herself, and you
Um.
break that ice, baby. Ain't no
Uh.
telling what you gonna get.
Uh. uh Tip said. Tip said yes. Not answering. Tip, is that for me?
Yeah,
I'm not answering.
you're not answering.
Is she saying that I'm not answering?
Yeah, and I done talked so much, I done forgot about the question. What does love? Y'all gonna
Look, look,
forgive
look,
me.
look, Deborah. Look,
Tip, if you don't mind, can you drop that question she was supposed to answer? I promise you she gonna give you an answer.
because like if it's something that um I don't know. It all depends on how hard this question is. Tip is about to answer. Is Tip a male or a female?
Oh, what else could you what could you use more of? We were talking about what you could use more of in a
And,
relationship, and we were talking about.
but I kind of bypassed that because I said I don't have a comment. Maybe that's what
Yeah,
Tip.
you did. That I believe
I don't.
so.
I don't
I
have a comment.
believe so.
Where I am now with my friend that I'm where I am now. Um, I thought it was self-explanatory when I asked when I was talking. About
I
5 minutes.
think she want more of you. She want more of you. Look, I said the gravy is in the details, baby. You got because I answered with me and my
You
husband need to
did.
date more because
You
Simone is
you
about to
answered
leave the house.
you answered very precisely. Um, what could
So
I
it
use?
sounds like since you didn't answer, all your needs are being met. That's what it sounds like.
I ain't,
All of them.
and I just said it. It all of, look. Let me do that too. All of my wait a minute. Somebody, the hell, what the hell are y'all drinking? You ladies, getting off.
Oh,
All right, Memphis, go. Memphis Hood, don't you start tonight. Memphis Hood, don't you start tonight. I know who you are now. Don't start
he
tonight.
said, "Y'all ladies."
I'm drinking.
All right. We're gonna.
I'm drinking sweet Walter red wine, but I am not drunk because I'm just sipping. But
That's right, and this is
but
a mellow drink. Peach drink.
that's
You
it.
know.
We're just sipping. We're
Hmm.
not drinking. We're sipping. Okay, Memphis,
That is
go.
true. That is true. All right, so
Hey,
we are now
hey, Letitia.
almost an hour in.
Letitia Malone says, "Hey there, ladies. Hey, Letitia.
Hello, hi, Miss
For chiming
Letitia. Do you have a
in-
question
uh,
for us?
Thanks for
Yeah,
chiming into
we
the Debra Show. You have any questions?
all right. We are so just a quick time check because as you can see, the vibe is good. We can keep going, but we actually can't. We had to cut it off at some point. It's like 7:54, so we got six minutes left before we cut it out. So I think we got time for one more question, right?
Letitia
I'm gonna
Malone.
let you answer. I'm gonna let you ask me a question and make it difficult, Lisa. Tip, you see that? What is it that you feel like you can use more in a relationship? Tip wants
Oh,
you to
she's
answer
still.
that question.
Oh,
So
tip one still on that. Oh Lord, tip one.
that's your question right there.
No, I don't know if this is a he or a she. I'm just gonna say okay. I thought I explained that 5-10 minutes ago. right now where I am with my partner, I think right now all of my needs are met. Um, what could he do? What could we do more of? What could he do more of?
Maybe
I
it'll help if you make
because
it more
I
general.
don't know,
Lisa,
huh?
maybe it'll help you make it more general, a more general question versus just specifically about you.
Well,
You
what could he
know,
do more
in
of?
relationships, what could people use more of
What could
in
we?
general?
What could we? He
People
us?
in general, people in relationships in general, what could they use more of?
I think people need more love, but they need the action part to show the do. Don't tell me like because when I gave the example about the oil, the tires, you need a set of tires. Cause okay, like my big daddy, my big daddy. I don't know if this is gonna quite answer your question, Tip. Today he was at work. He brought me something to eat, and I was just here in the bed. I don't know. I don't know what I need, what we need more of because we talk
I'm
about
here.
we talk about this all the time, and I think we're good. Like we're okay.
If I could tag on to that, I'm
Please
just
do.
gonna say communication. You know what I'm saying? I
But see,
think relationships.
if we talk anymore, we're gonna talk each other to death
Well, I'm saying in general,
because
uh,
we do that. Like we got that on lock. So
that's beautiful.
that's why when you first asked it, I said I'm gonna pass on it.
Right,
I said
right.
so.
You did.
Memphis
You
Hood.
did.
So Memphis Hood. This wine, this sweet water wine, ain't got nothing to do with it. We ain't drunk. I know what I said.
Well, I'm gonna say this. She said you ain't drunk, but that. She said that bubbly got y'all going. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with it.
No, we're sipping because
We're sipping.
we don't drink anyway. So we're just doing, we're just sipping because this is what I do when I'm home alone. I just sip on some wine. You know, um,
Now I drink, Lisa. I ain't gonna sit here and tell that lie.
okay, Letitia Malone has asked a question. I think every relationship is different. Some may need communication, intimacy, or maybe love. Okay, well, we said all of that. You are absolutely right, Letitia. You get two thumbs up from me. You were listening. You were listening.
Absolutely.
Um,
Absolutely.
because our
Absolutely.
relationships are different. That's why when the question was asked before, I passed on it because I
Mhm.
had
Mhm.
said like 10, 12 minutes ago about
Right.
my friend. So my man or whatever, let me put a little handle on it, on my man. And so to come back and re-ask me that question again, I don't know what we could use more of. As a matter of fact, he and I talked about that yesterday.
Oh wow. Okay.
Just came back off a weekend getaway for his birthday, and we talked about it then on the drive there, and we talked about it,
Mhm.
how we were
Mhm.
there. And
Mhm.
Mo said, right here, right now, we're good.
Mhm. That's a
And,
beautiful thing too.
and
It's a
you
beautiful
know what?
thing.
But you know what I'm gonna say, Tip, since you really want to answer. Well, we need more of. Keep it the way we got it, and just keep everybody out of our business. We're just gonna keep it. We're gonna keep it the way we got it,
That's
and
probably what you
keep
should have led with. Keeping
and, and,
people
and,
out of your relationship.
and just keep everybody out of our business like we've been doing. Um,
Yep. Yep. He said
that's when
that's when you know
okay.
you got a
Memphis,
good and he loves somebody. Okay.
Memphis, Memphis Hood Wink said, that's when you know you got a good one and he loves somebody. Okay, thank you, Memphis. So I ain't got nothing else to say to that. I'm gonna pass again. Next question, Deborah. Next question, Deborah. But listen,
actually, actually, we're out of
y'all
time.
tell us. Y'all tell us. Y'all tell us about y'all. What could y'all use more of? Because Deborah got hers on lock for 15 years. I got mine on lock for 4 years. So y'all give us some of y'all feedback. What could your relationship use more of? Let's flip it. Because you ain't drinking no
Yep.
wine. You sitting there
Yep.
looking at it. So let's flip it.
Yep. Yeah, well, I tell you what, Lisa, we are out of time. But what they can do, once this live wraps up, you guys are still able to comment in the chat that we can go back, grab whatever questions and address those during the next call. And so we definitely want you guys to subscribe, like, share, invite someone, and definitely join in. We want to make these calls interactive. Like I can't express it enough. There's a no judgment, John. Go ahead, Lisa.
Tip over said, "What's something you love that your partner did?"
I
Took.
guess we got to take that one. We got to take that one, Lisa.
Go
Since
ahead,
you,
Jeff.
what something that I love that my partner did. All right, I'm gonna try not
It's
to
so
get emotional behind this. I'm gonna try not
it's
to get
so
emotional behind this.
so many.
So, coming up as a kid, uh, I didn't grow up with comments, right, of being told you're a pretty girl. I always heard you're, dark skin, skinny mini, the whole name calling. And then I told you that the first man was just like, it was verbal abuse or whatever. And so Marcus came in with his camera and broke down all those barriers where I no longer felt ugly. I no longer felt unloved just
And
by his picture camera. Get me to
you,
take pictures, pose, and show me the beauty that not that was just on the inside, but was on the outside as well. So I loved him for that. He broke down all those barriers of feeling inadequate and feeling ugly and not pretty. And yeah.
what's something that I love that my partner did? He loved me. He accepted me for me. I've never been the type to express my personal business to another man. When you go through a bad breakup and when you meet another man, you tell him what the last guy did. And I've always been private when it came to, to stuff like that. So maybe 2.5 years of knowing my my guy, I finally opened up and talked to him about something very personal. And he just, as a man, he just sat there and he just held my hand and he just cried right along with me because of
Oh,
what I
yeah.
shared. And it was I never thought I would share that with him. And I did. And when I did, um, he just cried right along with me.
That's
And
beautiful.
ever since then, like he's never thrown it up in my face again. He's never questioned me on that again. And it's just like he tries to do everything in his power to make me forget that part of my life. That's what he
And Lisa,
girl.
as beautiful of an answer that we gave, Tip said no. She said her question was specific. And if I read it the way it's wrote, what's something you love that your parents did? I don't really think we
Oh,
want to answer that question because
oh,
answer,
something I love that my parents did.
now how does that relate to the topic of conversation? We're talking about relationship here. Really
Okay,
talking about
okay,
romantic relationships.
okay. Well, since we're getting a little technical, we're getting a little deep. Tip. Um, my biological father, didn't raise me. I don't know anything about a father's love. I'm just gonna be honest here. I don't know anything about a daddy's love. So my mother had me at 16, and my mother has been my everything, all of my life. And as a parent with 5 kids, a single woman raising 5 kids, me being the oldest and the only girl, and sometimes I had to play mama to my younger siblings. And if you have young siblings, um, my mother raised me and showed me how to be the woman that I am today, along with some other things that I learned along the way. That's something that my mother showed me with her love, and
Okay.
she chastised me to the full.
Okay, okay. Well, there you have it, Tip. And I don't think there's much I can add to that.
Yeah. Hey Jeff. Hey Jeff Lee.
Yeah,
Jeff Lee.
Jeff Lee is on. Hey, hi, Jeff. We are a bit. We're like 5 minutes over, and I am. You know, if there, I didn't see any other questions that came in, and so we're gonna wrap it up there, right, Lisa? Share with everyone that we look to be back here same time every Wednesday.
Yes, ma'am. And
Okay.
we thank you guys so much for tuning in, taking out the time to tune in. This is our very first podcast one-on-one interview. Deborah and I communicating with each other and with you all. So we really do appreciate it. The book is open. YouTube is there. Just keep it clean and classy. And we want to have an all the way around the world conversation with everybody. So whatever you guys have on your heart, whatever you guys want to talk about or ask, feel free to do so. And we really do appreciate it. We'll be back next Wednesday, same time, same place. Thank you so much for watching.
Absolutely. Thank you guys. Thanks everyone. Like Lisa said, we appreciate you guys rocking with us tonight. You
Yep.
can still submit your questions in the chat. We're going to look for them and try to address those the next call. And until then, stay beautiful.
Stay beautiful.
Bye bye.